another nuclear drill was carried out in Russia. An intercontinental ballistic missile Bulava was launched from the Russian nuclear submarine Emperor Alexander III in the White Sea, Reuters reports. This missile can be equipped with multiple nuclear warheads and has a range of about 8,000 kilometers. The Bulava is a key component of the Russian Navy's nuclear forces. After the Federation withdrew from the Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, several such launches became known.
Real nuclear tests were required only at the beginning, when other simulated tests were insufficient. What is happening now is simply a desire to demonstrate disagreement with world security policy in the field of non-proliferation of nuclear weapons.
Previous tests in the Federation ended in failure. On November 1st, 2023, the RS-24 Yars intercontinental ballistic missile was launched. It went off course, as during the previous command and staff exercises of Russia's strategic nuclear forces on October 25th, 2023, the main intelligence directorate of Ukraine stated. At the same time, on October 25th, the test launch of the Bulava ballistic missile from the Boris submarine also ended in failure. Moscow also has serious problems with one of the most publicized projects of the Russian military-industrial complex, the Sarmat heavy intercontinental ballistic missile.
The Sarmat missile has been in production in Russia since 2009. According to Moscow's initial plans, it should have been put into service 5 years ago, in 2018, but the date was constantly postponed. In the end, Sarmat was put into service only in September 2023, after the first and only full test, carried out in April of this year. From a message of the main Directorate of Intelligence of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine on Telegram.
In parallel with the nuclear test, Moscow returned to its favorite method – blackmail. Russian Security Council Secretary Patrushev said that for the first time in history, Moscow had more nuclear missiles than its competitors. And Deputy Head of the Russian Foreign Ministry Grushko wants Washington that, I quote, Russia will take into account in its operational military planning the U.S. decision to transfer F-35 fighters to Great Britain, which can be carriers of nuclear weapons. Recently, similar threats were made against allies who decided to transfer F-16s to Ukraine.
Russian government officials continue to use escalatory nuclear rhetoric to scare the international community. ISW has consistently assessed that the Kremlin often references Russian nuclear capabilities in an attempt to dissuade the West from providing Ukraine with material. From a publication by the Institute for the Study of War.
While the Kremlin threatens the world with escalation, the United States and China are planning negotiations on nuclear arms control, all because Beijing began producing nuclear warheads faster than expected, writes Bloomberg. Negotiations between Joe Biden and Xi Jinping may take place at the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in San Francisco. It will begin on November the 11th, 2023 and will last a week.
One and the other side are really interested in the issues of possible build-up of nuclear potential, for example by China and the United States, because parity is unknown in this situation. China is an ally of Russia, and do we count their common nuclear potential, or count them separately? That is, this kind of consultation and clarification of issues of Beijing's possible nuclear doctrine and, naturally, future issues of strategic stability are taking place here.
Beijing believes that there are only two superstates in the world that solve global strategic problems, analysts say, and among these superstates there is no Russia. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Mykita Skoblikov, UATV News.